Hello, my chariots. Welcome back to my channel for another pick a card reading that I have for you today. And today's reading is, after all this time, do they feel any differently towards you? All right, so we will take a look. We will dive into tarot, oracle cards, charms, all of it, and we'll see what messages come through for you, what it is that Spirit wants you to know at this time. All right. So before we get started and look at the piles, I just wanted to say welcome and hello to everyone. For those of you that are new, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. And for all my returning subscribers, thank you. It's always lovely to have you here. I appreciate your energy and support. Just a reminder that my Etsy shop is open for private readings if you're looking for a personal one-on-one experience. Okay, so let's take a look at the piles. The cards that you're looking at for today's reading are from Oracle of the Seven Energies. All right, so pile one, this is your card here called A Higher View. So this will be for your reading. And pile two here, we have Earth Magic. And pile three, Call of the Muse. Okay, so my chariots, do what you need to do to pick your pile. If you're drawn to more than one, that's perfectly fine. That means that there's other messages in the piles that you may need to hear. And if you're not connecting with my energy, if nothing with what I'm saying today resonates with your story or situation, that's fine. All right, please do not try to force your story into what I have to say. Just kindly accept the fact that the reading's not for you. These are collective readings. Okay. Not every reading is going to resonate for you. So you can go and check out the other readings that I've uploaded or the other amazing tarot readers that we have in this community. All right. So pick your pile and I will see you there. Hello, pile one. Okay, you were drawn to this card here called A Higher View. And this is going to be your reading today. We're asking Spirit, after all this time, do they feel any differently about you? So we'll take a look and see what comes through. But before we do that, let's just take that moment to focus and go within. So pile one, if you can take in a deep breath for me now. And just quiet your mind. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most today. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And my intuition is highly accurate and clear. All right. So pile one, we're looking at this card here, A Higher View. All right. And if you can see, we have this woman with red hair. I don't know if red hair means anything to you, but this woman is sitting on an owl. Okay. So an owl may be a symbol that you're looking for in today's reading. Owls represent intuition, wisdom. We have number 41 here, which reduces to 5. That's the Hierophant energy, Taurus energy that we're talking about. So We're asking that question after all this time. Does your person feel any differently? And what I feel is that they're looking at things, they're taking that step back and looking at your relationship differently than what they had. All right. First of all, when we're talking about number 5 here, we're talking about conflict. We could be talking about change. We could be talking about chaos. So I'm not sure if your relationship was centered around those energies. Perhaps this is a connection that brought a lot of contention, chaos, conflicts. But then with that energy, if we bring in the energy of the Hierophant, from this perspective, we're talking about that higher teaching. We're talking about higher learning. So I feel like now, after all this time, how does your person feel? They feel like they're looking at this connection from a higher perspective, and there's something here that I feel that they've learned. All right, that there's something here that they picked up on that they've learned from you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is at the end of this reading, I'm going to read this card from the book for your advice. All right, so we'll just set that card off to the side now. And let's get into tarot and see, after all this time, how your person feels about you. Do they feel differently? Right. So let's take a look. So we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Tower. I'm going to get one here from Under the Roses, Lenormand. We have the Locket. And then I'm going to get one from Myth and Fire. Put a ring on it. So I feel pile one, I'm looking at here, I feel like this is a situation where obviously I feel that, marriage was once the intention of this relationship. We have the Ten of Cups here. We have the card here of put a ring on it. And then something sort of blew up, something happened. For some reason, I feel that your person became very defensive. Okay. Um, Very defensive in what they had going on in their life. And I do feel that this contributed sort of to the demise of what you thought this was going to be, that happily ever after situation. And I feel like your person thought that as well. I do feel here with the card of the locket, we have number 24 that reduces to 6. That is that lover's card, the Gemini energy. So I do feel that there were intense feelings here that occurred between the two of you. The Jack of Hearts are representing that Knight of Cups. Again, that romance, feeling like this person was going to come forward perhaps and propose. Take that, however this relationship was going to be taken to that next level, that serious commitment. I feel that that's where you thought you were headed with this person. I feel like this person thought that as well. And then again, something happened here where fear set. I just feel like fear set in here, and they became very defensive, and they couldn't follow through. So because of that, let's see now how they think differently as of today when it comes to you. Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. And the Nine of Swords. All right. So what I'm hearing, pile one, is that, this person was sort of immature in the fact that they didn't compromise when it came to this relationship, this connection. All right. They didn't compromise. I'm feeling a sense of they were very selfish. All right. They were always worried about themselves, very defensive when it came to themselves. And somehow that, sort of shows how the tower moment happened. There was this little blow up because I feel like that something occurred here where there was an ending, okay, to this, and because of that, that next step never took place, whether it was that engagement, moving in together, getting married, that higher level of commitment, right? And what I'm seeing is with the Nine of Swords, how much anxiety this situation has caused your person. And I do feel that they're learning here. They're learning something sort of the hard way. They're learning that they did not compromise, and that I feel that the energy that I'm picking up on is that, you know, you were giving and giving to this person, and they were only giving breadcrumbs. They were only giving you bits and pieces, and it just wasn't enough. And I felt that there's this realization here that if you were to marry this person, maybe make things legal or take things serious, that you would end up with a lot of heartache. So because of that, you chose to walk away. You chose to move on from this situation. And your person, carries extreme, sadness and loss because they do realize the mistake that they made. I do feel that they will carry, they carry a special place in their heart when it comes to you, and that they always will. The Nine of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. All right. So the feeling, overall now is your person's trying to move forward, probably as are you, pile one. Um, and it was emotional in doing so because the situation did tear them up. I feel with this nine of uh, pentacles here, they still see your worth. They still see your beauty after all this time. Okay. And I feel like that's never going to leave here. What I'm feeling also is that you may not be free. This nine of pentacles, which represents freedom and independence, beautiful pre-empress energy. What's coming through is you're not free at this time. It's almost like too little, too late. They kind of lost out on this situation. So because of that, I do feel like this person has grown up. They've had to put in some work and gone. They basically gone through this transformation. They realize how unfair that they were in this situation. And because of that, they're trying to be a better partner, okay, with this Knight of Cups. Um, they've learned from this situation, okay? This really rattled them, okay? And because of that, they're taking this whole lesson with them, which is the intent of this person, why the two of you connected. They had to learn the hard way this lesson, even though you had to endure some pain as well, but you were learning your own lessons. This was needed in order for this person to be able to grow. Okay. So after all this time, they still will always carry those special feelings for you within them. They've certainly learned a lot from you. I still feel that they think you're beautiful and attractive. There's still that, that hasn't been lost at all. They still find you very attractive in however they can see you. But they had a lot of growing up to do because of this experience, okay? And they're hoping and realizing that they needed to become a better person because of the way that they treated you. All right, so let's see what else we can get. Let's get some tea leaf fortune cards, and see if there's anything else that comes out in regards to this situation. Okay, let's see. We'll get three. All right. Dookie. We have the tulip, great passion. So, there is passion here that I feel that this person felt with you. Tulip flower may be a sign for you. We have the bear, danger, especially in money matters. Um, We definitely saw the Six of Pentacles here and the Knight of Pentacles. This lesson could have also been linked to a financial situation that your person was in, that they were not financially stable, or they made decisions as part of this blow up that were very poor. Okay. again, not thinking of you as a partner, not compromising. And they could have been very frivolous, but I mean the opposite, as far as, spend happy, or they did something with finances that, again, interrupted this relationship in some way. And then look at this, the opposite. We have the Beal, talking about great fortune. And what I really feel that is in reference to is, because we're looking here at this locket with the put a ring on it in the Knight of Cups here, there's this recognition that they had great fortune with you, and that's now lost. And again, that was their lesson here, unfortunately, that had to occur. All right. Let's get some messages from your person now. So let's see what messages come through after all this time. Definitely with the overall energy of this reading, we have the Chariot here, which is that Cancerian energy showing me the emotions that were involved, especially with the Nine of Swords here, showing that anxiety and that, sleepless night, the emotional decision, how your person was forced to move forward. But I feel like that's the only choice that was given to them. So let's see what messages we have here. I have trouble with intimacy. I wonder how you feel. So they're wondering how you feel now at this point after all this time passing. I know you don't feel the same. So there's this sense that they feel like you truly moved on, which I feel like perhaps you already have. So they feel that, you don't look at them the same way. And that very well may be the truth, although the fact that you're here watching this or reading, thinking about the person, maybe you're just stopping by wondering, I want to make amends. All right. So, and that's funny because, not funny, but look at how it falls out right here, side of the Knight of Cups, showing me like, they've thought about coming forward and wanting to make amends. But again, I feel like they hold themselves back because I don't feel that you are free at this moment. All right. So I want to get charms for you, but before I do, let's get a card from Power of Love, because I feel like, love is required for this situation. Pile one, and I feel the lesson for you in this case is learning to be able to move forward, in choosing love, right? When it comes to your actions, and how you move forward, because obviously I feel like it takes a big part of you to be able to forgive this person for the hurt and the pain that they've caused you. All right. The hurt and the pain that they've caused you. And yet I feel like, Spirit's here saying, but here's the higher learning from all this, taking that step back and realizing that you have to be able to forgive this person. That doesn't mean that you have to change anything, or lower your standards or boundaries because of this person, but it's just being able to go within your heart, your soul, and be able to release that bitterness and that anger, because what that is doing is freeing you yourself from being able to love in your next relationship with someone without having that burden of feeling, the angst from what happened here. All right, so what do we have? Virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. All right. And then let me just read from the book regarding this card here. of a higher view, and then we'll do charms. So let's just read. This is number 41. Now this is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. So this card here falls under the energy of light, which is all about intuition, vision, imagination, knowing, perception, mental state. But let's see. Key concept, seeing through the lens of past, hold on. Key concept, higher view, seeing from a higher perspective. Okay, letting go of judgments and assumptions, non-attachment, and the ability to remain unbiased. Sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the ends of our noses and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to a more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you are able to step back and get a little distance. You can wait before responding, be more graceful in your interactions, and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to a higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. So obviously, pile one, Spirit's asking you, hey, look at this from a higher perspective, okay? Instead of carrying that bitterness and the resentment, look at a different perspective, the purpose of this person coming into your life and what you learned and how that perspective can improve things for you when moving forward, how it can give you a different outlook. So pile one, you want to think of a symbol right now or a sign in regard to this person and this situation. We'll see what comes through. So I have a letter T. We have Virgo. And we have Capricorn. And we have Gemini. We have the tree of life, which I feel is really showing, the growth that you have learned, all right, how you've grown since this relationship and how your person is as well, whether you believe that or not. What the heck is this? Oh, these are like two frogs holding the heart, best friends, reminds me back to a book that I read when I was a child called Frog and Toad Are Friends. But what I'm feeling is just there's this sense of, again, a strong sense of that locket energy that your person will always keep you, in this special place despite what unraveled. And goodness gracious, here's this Eiffel Tower again. I'm not sure who I keep connecting with when it comes to France or the French energy, Europe, traveling, okay, but this Eiffel Tower always likes to come out. And then lastly, we have, look, the crescent moon here with the crown and the angel wings. All right, so those are your charms. I'm going to leave the reading here, and I'll see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile two. Okay, you were drawn to Earth Magic. This is coming from Oracle of the Seven Energies. What I will do is read this card at the end for your advice. Today we are asking Spirit, after all this time, how does your person think differently at all or the same? Well, we'll get into it and see what's going on, okay? So before we do that, though, let's just take that moment to connect. So, pile two, if you can take in a deep breath for me and just be still. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear. So, I'm asking you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I am a present observer in my life. All right, so pile two, what am I feeling? I'm feeling that, things are a little too airy when it comes to you and your person, meaning we need some grounding, all right? We have to pull ourselves onto the ground. We have to look at this situation as what is going on in this material world. I feel that this is enough from, you know, taking that plunge into the spirit world. When it comes to this connection with you and your person, we recognize that, but yet there's something here with number one, see the magician, which is all about you being able to manifest the love, okay? The love that you're looking for, that you're craving for within yourself. You're able to do that. And I feel that there's a sense of mirroring going on here with your person. And I feel that you need to know that when you look at all these beautiful stars in the ground, that the seed has been planted. So, the seed has been planted, meaning what the two of you experienced has been planted in the ground. Now it's time for it to grow. All right. Now's the time to let it be, and then let's see what blossoms from this. And again, I feel that there's a sense here that your person hasn't been grounded, all right? Um, and I feel that both of when you look here, both feet need to be planted firmly on the ground, in order, there's something here about lacking when it comes to stability. And I feel like that's where your person is right now, and that's what they're working on. But let's get into tarot and see what comes through exactly. We're asking, through all this time, does your person feel any differently? What is it that you need to know? So we have the Hierophant. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Nine of Swords. I'm going to get one from under the roses. the lady, and then one's the myth and fire. Sharing a divine mission. And that's, very interesting. I've never seen that card come out before for me. And what I'm sensing is sort of what I said here in the very beginning of your reading, where the two of you connected and the seeds have been planted now. So as difficult as it sounds, like this is done now, the seeds have been planted. You're both moving on and learning how to manifest your vision in your life. Um, I do feel that this was a third party situation. Okay. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Then just go check out the other readings. But I do feel this was a third party situation. I feel that this person was like the main person in another commitment. All right. Because we have the Hierophant here. And change, conflict is number 5, chaos. But the Hierophant also means a higher learning. Okay. There was a higher learning going on here. Not sure if your person learned that lesson. Okay. I don't know if that lesson was learned, but I definitely feel that there was some sort of higher level commitments with this 3 of Cups that is here and the 9 of Swords, showing me that the anxiety that this person carries because of the situation that they were previously in. Right. So because of that, what I'm feeling is that your person wanted to be your main person, but that couldn't be. All right. That could not be because of the situation that exists in this 3D material world. And that, yes, the two of you experienced a spiritual connection. Perhaps you recognizing that you're sharing this mission with this person. Okay. You're sharing this, the two of you are meant to connect, right? Because you're sharing a mission together. But there's still clarity that's needed. There's still, I feel, a problem with authenticity with the Ace of Spades here. I feel like there's this need and opportunity for truth, getting to the bottom of truth and clarity, and that hasn't happened yet. The aces are gifts from spirit, doesn't mean that it will happen. And I do feel like spirit was like, hey, here's this Ace of Sword, but yet there was a difficulty in reaching that clarity. All right. And then we have number 29 here, which represents that justice, and that is that energy of peace and harmony. And when you do look at the Justice card, you see the scales there representing balance. And I do not feel that your person was in any type of situation where there was balance, okay, because of everything else that they had to deal with in this material world. Let me see how they're feeling now. There's the Ace of Swords. And here's the Queen of Swords. And here's the King of Pentacles. So I do feel, pile two, that this person has a long road ahead of them as far as healing, okay? because they need to be truthful with themselves, okay? And they need to be truthful with those that surround them. I do feel that this person somehow, who they partner with or who they're involved with, has a lot to do with their financial stability, just their security in general. As far as when we're talking about a structure, a foundation. And I feel, again, like this person hasn't been truthful, okay, with how they feel. Um, and to be honest, I'm getting a hard read on how they truly feel for you at this time. I do feel here with this lady, again, it's almost like uh, there's this feeling like they want it to be your person, your main person, like that you can turn to, that they can turn to, but yet there's all this sort of um, chaos that surrounds them, preventing them from being able to open their heart fully to you. Okay. I feel like they almost have a blocked heart chakra with this color green that this woman is wearing. Wow, the high priestess and the queen of pentacles. You see this pentacle energy that's coming in here. I feel that's because your person has to deal with what's going on in this 3D material world. They feel very connected to what to this person. They're linked to someone else. Um, and even though they don't feel in their heart for this person the way that they do for you, pile two, they do keep quiet about it. They don't speak about it, and they certainly don't try to make any changes. And the King of Swords, oh my goodness, this is just interesting. Um, wow, and look, here you go. On the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands, the 1111, in case you're looking for that confirmation. Um, So this could be a possible twin flame relationship that you're feeling, again, sharing this divine mission. But if I can remind you at this time that when it comes to these twin flame relationships, these are not relationships that usually end in a happily ever after in this 3D material world. All right. These people are brought to us for a reason, for those of us that experience this type of connection. It is the spirit, it is the universe trying to get in touch with us. And the easiest way to do that when you're not answering the call is to send another human being. All right. And I feel that that's what's going on here, that this person, pile two, was sent to you with this 1111 card, because you're having that feeling of that union with this person, thinking you're going to feel so fulfilled, and really the whole lesson is you learning to become and feel that fulfillment on your own without this person. And it takes a lot of truth, okay, getting to the bottom of things. And I feel like the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords is here. um you know this is, usually at times you'll hear me say head versus heart, but I feel like this is someone, I feel, pile two, if you're watching this, like there's a lot of flighty type energy compared to being, on the ground and being stable. Um, I feel that your person has, for example, had visions perhaps as you, where, there's this dreaming of the two of you coming together, but really, the true lesson of what needs to be learned in this 3D material world, what your person needs to conquer here right now with their current partner or spouse has not been learned yet. And I feel that you know that in some sense, right? You know that because we have the high priestess here, and we also have the Hierophant. So you see how we have like these matches. I feel like we have these power couple, and in one way, I'm feeling like you think you're a power couple with this person, but in reality, if we bring things down to this level, this human level, where we are right now in this present moment, um, you know that this person would not bring you the ultimate happiness that has to come from within you. Let's see what else comes through here. Let's get some tea leaf cards, tea leaf fortune. All right. Let's get three. Leg. Stepping into a new experience. And there might be something about you or your person. They may find your legs very attractive. But again, this is about stepping into a new experience. When I see this Queen of Swords, it's about coming to terms with the truth. And I feel like that's something that your person needs to face, right? There's a lot coming through here when it comes to the throat chakra. All right, I'm seeing a lot of blue here with the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess. And that's all about being able to speak up, speak your truth. And yet there's someone here, we have a ram. Okay, we have the ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So your person may also just be stubborn in the fact that, they're not ready to make the changes that they need to yet. But I also feel that there's some stubbornness coming from you, pile two, because you're thinking that this person may actually change. And yet I still see that there's lessons here, right? That your person needs to work out before that wheel from the Wheel of Fortune can shift and move forward. Look at this. The broom is here. New home, new attitude. And what I'm feeling from the broom, though, is your person needs to kind of clean up some of the clutter that's in their life right now. Right? So whatever clutter that they have going on or whatever that represents, they need to clean some of that up. All right. So let's get messages from your person. Pile two's person, what messages do they have for pile two after all this time? I remember every detail of that day. I know that I crossed the line with you. I hope that you can forgive me one day. And it was my fault, but I blamed you. So, whoever I'm connecting with from these messages, there's definitely something that went down that caused this anxiety. I do see the Three of Cups, what can represent friendship and celebration, going straight into that Nine of Swords of anxiety and, sleepless nights. So, I feel like there's a situation that really occurred here with the two of you where, maybe especially with that uh, Queen of Swords, there could have been some hurtful a hurtful exchange of words that occurred between you and your person, some sort of arguments that occurred where your person realizes that, they sort of crossed the line and that they messed up here. All right. So what else am I going to get here? I'm going to get one card from Power of Love. And then before I do charms, I'll read from the book regarding this earth magic that we were talking about earlier. So let's see from Power of Love what's needed in regards to this situation for pile 2, Spirit. Nope, that one wanted to come out. Integrity. So you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with every action. And I do feel that is something that, this came out because we're talking about truth and honesty. And like I said, I feel that seems to be a huge issue here, all right, is the truth and the honesty and the integrity that goes with that in order to be the person who you truly are. All right. Well, let me get the charms, and then let me also get the book. We can read here. Now, obviously, since we're talking about earth magic, that is the energy of earth, which we are referring to material things, money, survival, instinct, security, stability, it's everything associated with the material world. So obviously the key concept for this card is being grounded in nature. Earth magic speaks to the intrinsic relationship that you and all living things have with the consciousness of the earth, also known as Gaia. Imagine the oak tree that begins its journey as an acorn, gathering the life force energy it needs from the earth so it can sprout up from the ground. Because you are part of nature, you follow the same cycle of manifestation. Everything you are, your evolution, and the successful manifestation of your dreams begin below the surface of consciousness until an idea comes, conviction takes hold, and something meaningful can be planted. Be still for a moment, quiet your thoughts, and imagine anchoring your energy to the sacred quality of being part of this living earth. Do this mindfully to connect to this divine intelligence with the power to create the perfect form from the essence of a tiny spark of life. Indeed, this is miraculous. The message now is to trust that the seeds you've planted in your field of dreams are in good hands. The earth is a conscious divine source of love that is doing its part on your behalf. Slow down, take in the beauty of your life now, and trust that what you are intending is being nourished and is growing. There will be plenty of time later to tend to your garden, to water and weed it. Great magic is germinating underground, working its way to the surface to deliver more blessings than you could imagine. Let's in. All right. So if you're thinking of any signs, all right, any symbols, now's the time in regards to your person in this situation. All right, so what do we have here? So we have the letter Y. We have Pisces. We have Taurus. We have Libra. And there's that scale, balance. Ooh, we have a few coming out here. Wow. We have Capricorn and we have Gemini. And we have, look, the sun and the clouds. And this is a fan. All right. Let's just see what a fan represents. Yeah, it's a moment to cool down. All right. Could be about movement, you know, but if there's any type of, if your emotions are running high, if there's something angering you, it could be a way of time to cool down. And then we have the lotus flower, which is about love, and especially growing from that mud, right, into something beautiful, just like when seeds are planted, how things grow into something beautiful. I feel like that is a symbol of this connection between you and this person. The growth. It's the symbolization of the growth that is occurring within you. All right, pile two. So I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you, and I'll see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile three. All right, you were drawn to the card here, Call of the Muse. This is going to be your reading today. We're asking Spirit, after all this time, does your person feel any differently towards you? Let's take a look. We'll take a look at tarot, oracle, charms, and see what comes through, what messages you need to hear. All right, but before we get started, let's just take that moment to go within. So pile three, if you can take in a deep breath and just be still. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust my intuition always. So when we're looking at this call of the muse, pile three, what I'm feeling is that your person, still, they see you as a sense of inspiration at this time in their life, right? When we talk about a muse, I feel that your person still sees you as someone that's very poised, um, grace. There's integrity here. Your person looks up to you in a very special way. This is number 31. When we reduce that to 4, that is that energy of the emperor, and I feel like this person uses their power, their leadership. There's something here where, um, again, the energy, the vibration that they pick up from you or that they feel from you helps them to be a better person when it comes to this structure. Because I feel like there's something here for them that, revolves around their structure and their foundation. It could just be, this material world that we're talking about, this present moment. But let's take a look at tarot and see what comes through. There's something here about your legs, pile three. Your person is very attracted to your legs. Um, and I do see ballerina slippers if anyone is looking for that sign. There's something very flowing when it comes to this person. There's something very whimsical, I should say. Your person sees you also as very whimsical. And in some way your person admires that. All right, let's take a look. So we have the chariot. We have the ace of swords. We have judgment. And I'm going to get one from under the roses. Ooh, and that one flew out, so I have to take it, the anchor. And then let's get one from myth and fire. Wow, divine timing. So divine timing definitely at play for this connection pile 3. What I'm sensing is that I feel that there was an emotional decision that had to be made between you and this person. We have the chariot here. That's Cancerian energy. That's having to, just like this charioteer, having to take the reins, having to make that emotional decision when you feel like you're being torn in two different directions. All right. And I feel like your person made that decision. They did go, their separate way. And there's clarity here. All right. With the Ace of Swords and Judgment, I feel like your person heard the call. When we're talking about judgment, we're talking about an awakening. We're talking about having to make a choice, though, because you look at number 20 and that reduces to 2, which is all about duality. So I feel, again, like there was something here about choices. And I feel that your person didn't make the right choice. And now they feel sort of stuck where they are. And there's a feeling of regret that's coming through. All right. Now, I do feel with this card of divine timing, there was a reason why the two of you could not come together during this moment that I'm talking about. But now we have this anchor card here. It's number 35, that reduces to 8. So we are talking about the strength card, which is Leo energy, but it's about your person feeling stuck. Or it could just be representing that this connection between the two of you right now is anchored. It's stuck. It's halted in some way. All right. It was not able to move forwards. And I do feel that this chariot card is representing the movement of your person having to move on from you. So after all this time, though, let's see how your person is feeling now. Ooh, look at that. Look at the Empress, right? So there's that beautiful divine feminine energy. Your person still sees you, okay? Your person still sees you as that other part. Very much there's that respect. There's that admiration. Thinking very highly of you is the best way to describe how it is that your person sees you when they, how they look at you when they still see you. And then look at that. The King of Wands is there. Look at this King of Wands looking, and this is Leo energy, looking at this Empress, showing me that, your person still has passions for you, pile three. They still find you very attractive. I feel like they find you very sensual. Again, I mentioned something about your legs earlier. There's something that they're very drawn to physically when it comes to you, but it's not just that, because we have this Empress power here. I mean, that is the divine feminine. And again, when I look at the call of the muse, I feel that there's some sort of energetic vibration between the two of you with this judgment card, that spiritual awakening. With the divine planning card here, I definitely feel that spiritual connection that the two of you encountered with one another. And your person doesn't feel any less now that time has moved on. It still is very much the same for them. The only difference is the two of you that I feel remain very much halted, stuck, sort of in limbo. The Ace of Pentacles is here showing me that yeah, your person, I feel, is very eager to encounter the time when this, divine timing comes into play, and that they have this opportunity, this new opportunity to be able to engage with you for the second chance is what I'm feeling, like waiting for that second chance when that time is right. I'm just looking at the divine timing card. And again, I'm just looking at the how the divine masculine is looking at the divine feminine, and it's with a lot of gratitude. There's almost like this honor that your person feels in the connection and the experience they were able to have with you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like your person hasn't forgotten you in to say the least with the Eight of Swords here, I feel like you're still very much entrapped in this person's mind. But again, when I look at this card of entrapment and I'm looking above at the anchor, there's something here about, your person feeling stuck, like they can't move, like their hands are tied, all right, and they're just not able to move in the direction that they want. And they do feel that as far as you, things, you're talking about divine timing, but yet at the same time, they couldn't be moving slower, because when I see this Knight of Pentacles, that even though that isn't, all knights represent a forward movement, this is the slowest knight. So this is the slowest knight of the deck. So I feel like things are moving very slow, which is why this anchor is here. I feel that there is a sense of frustration that comes from your person because, again, they're eagerly, I should say, awaiting that anticipation of when they're going to get their turn is what I'm hearing. Meanwhile, I do feel like, again, as this Empress and Queen of Pentacles, that you are doing very well, and your person feels joy from that they're happy that you yourself, you're in a good place. And then on the bottom of the deck here is this Four of Swords. So what I'm sensing is that, again, things are very dormant right now between you and this person, even though you recognize your energy between one another. Like you can pick up on that energetic connection, when the two of you are, there's some sort of mental telepathy that goes on that occurs with you two that you can sense and pick up on. But I feel from a material world here with this Knight of Pentacles, and this Queen, things are moving very slowly. So right now at this present moment, things are quiet, withdrawn, you know, when that may be necessary because of this divine timing. So let's get some cards from the Tea Leaf Fortune, see if anything else. On here. Right. Right. Uh, Tiger. Doing something risky, taking a chance, with this King of Wands. Sometimes I feel like your person actually has these hungry feelings where they feel like risking something, meaning like doing something that they wouldn't typically do, because I do feel that there's this hunger here while waiting for you. Ooh, Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. All right. So there may be some sort of gift that your person wants to present to you, right? That they want to give you. I see lilies here in this, and then some roses. The lilies to me represent peace. And then the cat, a two-faced friend. That's interesting. Who's being two-faced here? It could be your person, pile 3, because what I'm feeling is that what I'm feeling is perhaps the way they present themselves to you, or the way they act about you compared to how they truly feel inside. Hold on here. I'm just seeing. Yeah, I feel like sort of the two-faced is coming from your person in the fact, I don't know, if they were quizzed or asked about you, I'm not sure if they would respond honestly, if that makes sense. You'll have to let me know if that resonates. Let's get some messages from your person. Okay. You don't fear my darkness and it scares me. Energy never lies. I can't get you out of my mind. It is driving me crazy, and that's right here aside of this 8 of Swords, like where I said, your person feels I feel entrapped when it comes to you. They can't stop thinking about you, but yet I feel they haven't necessarily, taken the steps or any kind of action in this present moment because they feel that they can't. And then there's trust and believe. So I feel like there is something here about your person believing in divine timing and waiting, basically, like this force, like waiting for that moment. All right, that's the energy that's coming through right now. So let's get a card from this Tower of Love. Let's see what's needed for pile 3 in regards to this situation. All right. Satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. All right. And I feel that pile 3, the importance of um, sort of external validation and allowing others to constantly guide you um, in this lifetime can be very challenging to a human, right? Constantly worried what others think, what others say, and especially when it comes to this connection, the two of you might have driven each other. Maybe because your person didn't speak up, that leaves you feeling like that lack of self-approval, and vice versa. There could have been something that maybe your person was expecting of you that didn't happen. That's very triggering here. And this self-love is definitely one of the main lessons that the two of you are learning that I feel that you have to tackle. Right. In order for that divine timing then to be able to move in. So let's look at Call of the Muse. And this is the energy of sound. Okay. We're talking about that vibration, communication, listening, creativity. So let's see, a key concept here is creative expression, all right, and the flow of creativity. So when you feel the call of the muse, you are being invited to create, to be the artist, choreographing your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, divine source. While the process feels intensely personal, your ego and self-identification are ironically the most unnecessary parts of the equation. While you might think you own the magic of your creativity, can you truly say you're the source of the inspiration, similar to the spirit of genius, right? And that's coming from a different card in this book. Imagine your creativity stemming from another spirit guide, the muse. Just as the genius needs to partner with your intellect, so too does the muse need you to open your heart and let magic flow through your intuition and emotions. Stop seeing yourself as the center of the process and instead see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. Sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings, the story and its expression. Other times you observe the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate source. Today, your muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, or a color. Journal, finish that writing project, start something new, paint, sing, dance, and don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plans for you. Your muse knows where this is all meant to go. For you, the big magic is in the experience of answering the call. And that's beautiful because here's the judgment card that is talking about answering that call. All right. So let's close out let's get some charms. So, do you have any signs or symbols that you're thinking of in regards to this person? Now's the time to think about it. See what comes through. I'll take this too. Wow. Let's take a look here. We have Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus. We have Virgo, and we have Scorpio. And we have, here's the Catholic cross. We have the letter P. We have acorns, as in seeds that are planted. This is a whale. And this is a heart with the angel wings. And here's a unicorn. Okay. Which I'm hearing like the uniqueness of this connection. And look at this. Like, yeah, you see the two. Here's a couple standing on a crescent moon. All right. Feeling that uniqueness with one another. Here's a fan. Your person can be a fan of you, again, talking about how much they admire you. And then here's the rabbit, it looks like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. All right. So those are your charms, pile 3. You can let me know if any of these resonated with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again at the next reading. Okay, bye.